Good morning, fellow New Orleanians and who that's. I don't know if my commentary means anything, but man, I'm still having a hard time digesting what had happened. But what can you do? It's just a game. That's why I don't bet on no sports or anything like that. So, but like I told everybody, man, the NFL, it's an organization. Before the beginning of the year, it already determined who they was gonna have in that Super Bowl. I tell everybody that they think I'm crazy, but it was so evident that the Rams was supposed to make it there, considering that multi-million-dollar stadium they building out there in Vegas for them, and to say they had three officials that had ties to the Los Angeles area officiating the game, and for some reason that squeaked below the radar and nobody caught that, but there's no excuses in football. I'm disappointed that, Peyton, didn't seize the moment after Ted Ginn got all the way down there with under 2 minutes to go. There's no way in the world we should have lost in a position like that. And but when you have a terrible call at that moment of the game and one of the important stages of a season, to where all those guys on the sideline, man, put in all that hard work, weightlifting, you know, just putting their body through Lord knows what, just to be prepared, just to be in that position. But for it to come down to some out of shape referee with some hidden agenda to steal that game from that all those guys, all the millionaires sitting on the sideline, their fate being determined by somebody making a couple of $100,000 a year. Nah, that's baffling to me, So, but it is what it is, and life goes on. You took us what 11 years to get back to this point. Man, we see how hard it is just to get back here. To be put in that position and for it to all come down to some guy that has a hidden agenda not to call a play when he know it should have been called, and it's just it's just hard. It's just hard. It's just heartless, man. Just to know, most of them guys down south New Orleans, man, they don't really have too much to look forward to, but they Saints, and to do that to a city like that, man, it just shows you you know, how minute, you know, just that market is to the NFL. They're worrying about big markets like L.A., New York, Chicago, but those little market teams, man, that that they figure they can't promote like and get the highest advertisement dollar for, they're not gonna go with them, So it's just everybody got to follow the company line and go along with this charade, like it's gonna hit the news cycle in a few days. It's gonna be over with. We're gonna be talking about something else, But like I said, to some of them people in New Orleans, man, this means everything to them, Just to say that New Orleans, is on the map again, This, Tom Benson, he was a good old guy, I met him a time or two working in the hotel industry, man, down there in the South. But it's just a shame, man, that the integrity of the NFL has been lost, and the whole world was able to see how you know how criminal that was to really not call something like that. Peyton, any other time, he'd have been, he was irate, man, but I couldn't see this happening in Dallas Stadium, with the game on the line with the Cowboys able to run out the clock and go to the Super Bowl, or the Giants, or Chicago, or Philadelphia, or some of them stadiums, man, when them fans get crazy. The whole Superdome, man, should have really stopped the game. I would have stopped the game. It just sound crazy, man. But when it comes down to moments like that, man, you should have just, took a stand right then and there. The whole team should have went set on the 50-yard line, bro, and said, we ain't doing nothing. Y'all gonna get this right. You ain't gonna cheat nobody in front of the whole world. Any other time, you would call it, man. But to have three referees from the LA area with ties, even an ex Los Angeles Ram player refereeing the game. Now, if that ain't a big conflict of interest, what is a conflict of interest? But being subjugated by in this country, and you just, you've been conditioned to to follow everything that they tell you to. So we're like sheep's going to the slaughter. We're gonna forget about this. And but I tell you right now, like they've been saying, man, this changes legacies. Some of these guys will never see the Super Bowl, will never be this close to going to a Super Bowl. Breeze will never cement his name in NFL, archives, because he was robbed. It just make you want to not watch football anymore. But they're gonna watch. Even after Kaepernick had all that, they done Kaepernick like a dog. And the NFL never really got over the Saints beating Brett Favre after after, the '09 season when they took us to the Super Bowl back then. We wasn't supposed to win that game. And after that, then they came with a new rule where you had each team had to have possessions. That we every time something happened to us, they changed rules. After that Brett Favre debacle, when we took us to the Super Bowl, they changed the rules after that season to where both teams could get a chance to touch the ball. And if you score a touchdown, then you win. And if not, then now all of a sudden, I guarantee you, after they do this to us again. We being something implicated in something again. Now they have a new rule to where they're gonna look at pass interference calls in the last 2 minutes of a game. And I don't want like I said, I'm gonna say we got robbed, but what that's gonna do for me? I'm not the one missing bonuses and millions of dollars of endorsements by not being in the Super Bowl. I'm just a mealy old fan like the rest of us. But I just want to say, man, right is right, wrong is wrong, and the NFL has no integrity. And how could you even think that they would have integrity when you got a fake president in the White House who ain't supposed to be there, who rearranged all kind of furniture around America, all our prestigious institutions. This guy isn't even supposed to be in the office, and he is appointing Supreme Court justices, calling shots. Put the justice system is on furlough because he's scared if they come back off of furlough, it's gonna escalate the prosecution of what's going on with him in his Russiagate. And man, it's just amazing, man, how we just look at stuff, man, and see the obvious, but want to look the other way. So I figure, I've been talking that smack all season about the Saints, man. And that's my road dogs. I'm gonna ride with y'all. I'm out here in Northern Virginia, man. I just had to give my 2 cents in, man. So if it meant anybody, I had to, I advise everybody, whatever's on your heart and mind, to get it off, so you could unpack it, put it on a shelf, and put it away. And that's what I'm putting away. 2018 NFL season will be one of the living infamy. You know, part of my history, part of my life. But y'all be blessed, man. Life goes on. Enjoy life. Life just isn't about football. Life is about loving your family and enjoying every breath you take and waking up and thanking the Lord for your health and the people that truly loves you. Be blessed.